there's so much you can do in New York. It's like endless opportunities. There's literally millions of things to do. All you have to do is get out there and start engaging. We are located in the heart of Manhattan. It's Fifth Avenue. So I'll focus more on the graduate programs. We have programs like consumer analytics. We have programs like fashion supply chain management. Then moving on, we have fashion marketing, which is again, it has boomed like after COVID. We receive almost close to 80% of our applications from South Asia for this particular program. And we also have, which is very, very popular, turning out to be, is the MBA in brand luxury management. What I have seen is, majority of the students are located in New York, and very often they are switching their internship into full-time employment after graduating. Majority of the students, they are in New York at least for the next 3 years. As you know, most of our programs are STEM programs, and they can stay up to 36 months of duration in USA.
What is actually luxury brand management?
Yeah, see, luxury brand management, it's a very, very new program. And what it does actually is, it's actually everything what entails the fashion and luxury industry. To be more precise, it focuses more on the high-end markets like fashion, automotive, hospitality, jewelry. So only the high-end domains in the fashion vertical. Operations specialist for the luxury domain. Okay, it's a very, very niche domain where I can say you beat the competition.
Hello everyone, welcome back to PSA powered by Global Reach. I am Supriya Acharyya, your host, back with the last session for the year 2024. And today we have got something very exciting in keeping with the mood of the season. That is, this is a celebration time, Christmas, New Year and all that. So I have with me today Mr. Nazemus Shahdat. He is the in-country representative of LIM College from the New York City. Welcome, Nazemus. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Supriya. Thanks for having me. Hi, students. I'm very glad you gave me this opportunity. I would love to speak more about LIM College and how LIM College can help all the interested students in business fashion.
Yes. So I'm sure, students nowadays are very much conscious about their own fashion sense as well. They are aware about the fashion industry, how it is booming and how emerging it is.
Yes.
So today we are attempting to let them know that what are the careers, how can a student study fashion if it's an interest area for the student. It's very different from doing IT, business or hotel management or anything like that. But definitely if it is of interest to the student, then definitely there are careers which can be chosen thereafter, and it's a very emerging one as well. So to begin with the session, let me first ask you, how do you introduce LIM College, and what are the USPs which would be attracting a student to go and choose LIM College over any other institution? Over to you, Nazemus.
Right. Thanks, Supriya. So LIM College is very, very special. Okay, so people think it's a business school, fashion school, but it's actually a business fashion school. Okay, so it's nothing, if you see the programs, it's nothing close to fashion. It's all about business. So what we try to do is we focus on preparing students for the careers in the business side of fashion and lifestyle. Okay, now LIM College is old. It was established in 1939. If you ask me about the USPs, some of the key USPs of LIM College is the location. we are located in the heart of Manhattan. It's Fifth Avenue, right? Fifth Avenue, you ask any students, teenagers, they all know because of Avengers, Spider-Man movie, all of those. Plus, Fifth Avenue is also known as the Millionaires Row, right? So you can understand all the concentration of power, the brands, the studios, the luxury retail outlets, all of those are over there. Now, another USP of LIM is that the curriculum is very, very industry focused. Okay. We have 3 mandatory internships to all our undergrad and graduate students. Now, from the internship, what we actually gain to achieve is the experiential learning, right? So, almost all the time, students are engaged in some sort of activities, workshops, internships. Oh, also, we offer day one CPT. Not many institutions in the US offer day one CPT, but at LIM, we offer day one CPT. Now, moving on, we have very, very strong industry connections. Over the past 85 years, what we have done is we have relationship with every other, high-end luxury brands in New York, plus outside New York. Okay, you name any brand, Chanel, Ralph Lauren, Macy's, Louis Vuitton. We have partnerships with all of these brands. And last into this USP I can think of is the faculty. Okay, so all our faculty, they're all industry professionals. They are working in these high-end top brands, plus they are also facilitating the classrooms at LI. Okay, now what happens is they can whatever they're teaching to the students, they are teaching actually what is happening in the industry, what is happening in the market. Plus, the students, they can directly network via them, come to know about opportunities that is currently available in the market. So it's a two-way street, right? So that's all in terms of USPs. If you want me to sum it up, that can be summed as great location, unique curriculum that combines industry ties, practical learning, and amazing faculty that actually is very impactful in the student journey. Okay.
I think that's excellent, and that's what I mean. What more can a student ask for?
Right.
Right. So, if you can also brief us about the courses that are there and what are the careers that the students can go for further after completion of the course?
So, programs that we have, Supriya, so I'll focus more on the graduate programs. We have programs like consumer analytics. We have programs like fashion supply chain management, which we all are aware of the emergence of this sector after Alibaba, Amazon, and even Myntra. Just to give a clear example, what is happening in India. Then moving on, we have fashion marketing, which is again, it has boomed like after COVID. We receive almost close to 80% of our applications from South Asia for this particular program. And we also have, which is very, very popular, turning out to be, is the MBA in brand luxury management. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you ask me in details of all these things, I can sort of give you an understanding to that. But to your questions of what programs we have, these are the main programs that we have in LIM.
Okay, I mean, they are quite, linked with what is currently in demand in the industry,
Right.
like supply chain analytics, business analytics, and these.
I would like to because I think I missed out something. I'll
Yeah,
focus
please
more
go
on
ahead.
two programs, that is consumer analytics and supply chain management. Okay, so these two programs, what we do is students learn a lot about data analysis, okay, because every market is a different market, and you need to know the consumer, you need to understand your consumer. Now markets are changing, right? With AI, there's a lot of useful tools out there in order to interpret consumer behavior. So these are the things that students learn in consumer analytics. They understand how to create a successful business strategy using useful data, which is what is happening right now. There's a lot of data out there, and application of that in your field is very, very important to understand the future market, the future trend, how it's going to shape up. And that's how you create a successful brand. That's how you create a very successful product, right? So all those things students learn, and at the end of the graduation, you can look at becoming things like data analyst, okay, consumer behavior specialist, market research analyst, or even customer strategist, all those kind of things.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what I was
Yes.
looking for. I mean, the kind of careers that the student or the
Yes.
job role that the student will take up after they complete the course. So, and do they get placed in the same location, in the same, I mean, in New York, or they go to other countries? I mean, what's your experience for your past, batches of students?
Right. So what I have seen is, majority of the students are located in New York, and very often they are switching their internship into full-time employment after graduating. Okay.
Okay.
So as you know, all undergrad and graduate students, they are required to do three mandatory internship. Now, wherever these students are doing internships, once they graduate, they are quickly switching their existing roles to full-time employment. That is what is happening. Now, there are few students, like 20-25% of students, who are moving outside of New York immediately after graduating, but majority of the students, they are in New York at least for the next 3 years. As you know, most of our programs are STEM programs, and they can stay up to 36 months of duration in USA. So after graduation, till 3 years, they are sort of staying in New York, because it's a fashion hub, very cosmopolitan. It's a good place to stay, and all the luxury companies are headquartered there. I don't think there are many places in the world that can match the same energy that New York has.
Definitely, we agree with you on that. However, it for a student, I feel that New York City is quite an expensive option. So,
Right.
so what? How do you support the student? Or as you mentioned about the CPT part, CPT is known to us because we are from this industry. But for a layman, if you could just explain what is CPT and how the students manage the expenses when they are studying at LIM College.
Sure, Supriya. I get this question a lot about New York as expensive.
Absolutely.
See, there's two sides of the story. It is expensive, of course. The upper limit, there's no upper limit. You can spend $100,000 in one day in New York, and also you can survive with $10-15, because that is New York. You have
Is it?
everything for everyone.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So see how you can strategize is I tell my students to focus on internship opportunities, go for paid internship if it's possible, because doing that you gain experience, also parallelly you earn money as well. Okay. Now there are three internships that you're required to do. Maybe you can start your first internship as a paid one. Okay. Now the companies who are offering paid internship, these are not the popular or the big brands. Now these could be startups, These could be any of the brands that are not that popular. So what happens when you work in a startup, you have to work really hard. You have to do everything. So you gain a lot of experience at the same time, uh, get paid as well. Okay, so that sort of eases out bit of the living expenses from your shoulders. Now that is one strategy. Next is there are a lot of on-campus employment. Student ambassadors. We are actively looking for ambassadors for LIM who can promote LIM across the globe. There are jobs in the library. There are admin works in different departments. All of those things you can take up. Okay. Now, the third thing that I would like to highlight is that classroom timing is very, very flexible in LIM. You can go to attend your classes 2 days a week or every day for a few hours in the late afternoon or evening. Now, what this helps you is you can take up other, engagements, other gigs, other activities that will sort of help you out on your,
Even
living.
full time work is possible because if you have the option of doing classes in the weekend, then definitely you can take a full time
Yes.
work also. That's also possible.
Right.
Yeah.
So any employment, I would request students to be in touch with the DSO and the career service team and to make sure they're not sort of overriding any legal rights or rules that is already there in their F1 visa. Okay, so any employment, any sort of engagement, all they need to do is sit with their DSO or sit with the careers counseling team and just make sure that they are doing the right thing as per their F1 visa regulations. That's it. And I know many of the students, they are freelancing because in this sort of work like fashion, luxury domain,
Right.
freelance lot of work. They have a lot of opportunities like pop-ups, marketplaces, attending fashion weeks, all of those things. Almost all our students, they are participating in engagements like New York Fashion Week, Met Gala, and I'm sure these events. These are
Right.
globally world-renowned events.
Absolutely.
Also, some students I know, they do photo shoots. Okay, they do photo shoots in different events. So these are sort of freelancing gigs that you can take up in New York, because there's so much you can do in New York. It's like endless opportunities. There's literally millions of things to do. All you have to do is get out there and start engaging.
Okay. So you mentioned about luxury, brand management, I think. So this is a very, nowadays we get to hear about this a lot, but not that, we know it very well. So if you could just elaborate, on this course, like what is actually luxury brand management?
Yeah, see, luxury brand management, it's a very, very new program. And what it does actually is, it's actually everything what entails the fashion and luxury industry. To be more precise, it focuses more on the high-end markets like fashion, automotive, hospitality, jewelry. So only the high-end domains in the fashion vertical. Also, another thing that it does is it explores the cultural and psychological aspect of luxury consumption. For example, BMW is not just a car, right? Mercedes is not just a car. It is an emotion. You are signifying a lot of the other emotional and psychological aspects, and not just driving a car. So
Right.
all those definitions of cultural, psychological aspects of luxury consumption is explored in this in this particular module, plus how to position a brand in a particular way, how to strategize. Many brands are planning on jumping ladders, right? They now cater to the socio economic range that is of the middle income group. Now they are planning to jump the group and focus more on the high income groups. So how do we do that? All of those things. How do we redefine as a brand? All those things you sort of learn. Plus, at the same time, what MBA in luxury brand management has is that you learn all of the other programs that you see in LIM, like consumer analytics, global supply chain management, fashion marketing, business of fashion. So, all of those modules are also put together in the MBA of brand luxury management. Okay, it's like you get a really good overview of the entire market, and also you have to study longer as well. So all of the programs are 1 year, but your MBA runs 2 years. So you do longer internships, you study a lot more, you engage a lot more, and hence the experience that you get at the end of graduation is a lot more vast and specific than the other programs. Now, one more quickly advisor or thing I should mention are the potential job roles. You're looking at luxury brand managers. You're looking at director roles. You're looking at product development manager in luxury markets, or even operation specialist for the luxury domain. Okay, it's a very very niche domain where I can say you beat the competition, and the salary packages are extremely high in this domain of luxury brand, very very high. So there are very few people studying in this zone, and all I have seen from LIM in the past, that students have a very very lucrative package.
Okay, so since this is a very lucrative, option for the students, what are the requirements? Like, what is the eligibility like? The student needs to be from a cognate background, or what exactly it is?
Um, See, the funny part is there's no background that is required, no
Okay.
cognate background that is required. We welcome all students. So the only thing you need to have is some skeletal understanding or aspiration towards that industry. Okay. I have students from political science. I have students from science background. But what is common is they all would like to enter the fashion luxury market. Okay, so if you have the desire, if you have a skeletal roadmap that how you would like to integrate your past skills and enter the luxury domain, you can do so. See, I tell all my parents and students, you can be a doctor, you can be a psychologist, you can be a consultant, you can be a chartered accountant, you can be anyone, but still you can work for all these billion-dollar luxury companies like Louis Vuitton, Sephora, Hermes. You just the list just goes on and on. And if you do research, if you do not know Arnold Bernard, this guy was the richest person in the world few years back, and this guy owns Louis Vuitton. So that is the kind of scope you have in this industry. It is almost close to $2 trillion market, and you can tap into that. And some of the programs that I just mentioned, I call them the future programs. Right after COVID, lot has been changing. Artificial intelligence is integrated with this industry now. A lot of the consumer patterns are understood by very, very sophisticated AI tools, and anyone from any background can sort of really fit in. Only one thing that is required is your vision and your desire to be in the industry. That's all we look for in the students. You can be anyone,
So
and still
this is, you're talking about all the courses, like across all the programs that are being
all the
offered,
courses.
even consumer analytics.
Yes. Analytics also
Okay.
very, very flexible. We have students from science background, we have students from humanities background, we have students from commerce background. So anyone can apply.
So how do you then, decide on an application once you receive that?
We have very good questions, Supriya. We have an interview before we issue the offer letter. Now that is very different from other schools and universities. So after application is submitted, we have an interview scheduled with the student before issuing the offer letter. Now you may ask, what sort of interview is that?
Yes.
In that interview, we what we try to do is we do profiling of that student. We understand whether the student has some roadmap, has any vision, what he wants to do in New York, how our programs can help him in succeeding in the near future, all of those things. In one word, what we do is we try to align them to our programs or to the vision of LIM. And if it's not aligned or if it's mismatched, we request the student to withdraw the application.
Okay, so it's one round of interview that is that takes place, and who take the interview actually? The faculty.
The admissions team. So the admissions team, they're trained to ask the right questions, and they know what an LIM student would look like, and that's the reason our visa success rate is very, very high. Almost 90% of our students, they get their visas approved.
And what is the ratio between the application to visa? Like, how many applications are withdrawn and how many actually go to the next step?
You're asking the acceptance rate, right? So about, I can say about 65 to 70% is our acceptance rate. So in about 10 applications, like 3 to 4 students, we usually decline because we feel there are certain red flags, like it can be communication, it can be, their vision is completely different, and LIM probably will not be the right um, catalyst for them to be, helpful in their near future. What LIM does is LIM fast tracks your career road, whatever you have decided to do in the near future. For example, if you have studied computer science and you want to get inside to the fashion industry in order to be someone like brand strategist, you want to understand all the data that is available, and create successful strategies. So if you have those kind of ideas, if you have those kind of vision, LIM is like, okay, you know what, we feel like this is the right candidate for us. We are a small school, we do not have many students in one classroom, so we like to keep it like that. In that way, it is much more effective, and the overall graduate success is lot higher. If you do some research, our graduate success is 97%. 97%. What that means is, out of every 100 students graduating, 97 students are immediately
Employed.
employed. Yes. So that is how the track record is.
So you do not have any benchmark for a percentage or number of backlogs for the student that we have in other institutions as such generally.
So our criteria is academic criteria is straight 2.5, both for undergrad and also for grad programs, 2.5 GPA.
That is out of 4 you're talking about.
Yes, out of 4.
In case of 10, how much it is?
In case of 10, we are minimum looking at 55%. Okay, 55% and above.
Both for UG and PG? Is it both for UG and PG?
Both for UG and PG. Also, more than academic GPAs and all these things, we also look at the overall profile. Some profiles, they are very heavy with portfolio. They have done a lot of engagements. They have done a lot of work on the ground, and that needs to be credited. So when they're coming to LIM, we do give value to those sort of experience and portfolios as well.
Okay, and since we are talking about all the aspects, let's also come to the financial part. So if you could also let us know about the fees structure and whether you are offering any scholarships or not.
Let's talk about the fees first. See, undergrad is definitely on the higher side. Undergrad is expensive in South Asia, definitely. It comes to about $32,000 per annum, okay, for undergrad. For graduate program, this is where it's pocket friendly. The best ROI, your return on investment is lot higher than other programs in other schools. So that's where LIM really does well. That is the undergrad programs. Our total undergrad costing is about $35,000, 35,370. Okay.
That is the tuition fee for a year?
No, for the entire program.
For the entire program, okay.
Yes. On top of this, we have $5,000 scholarship. So if a student is getting $5,000 scholarship for graduate program, he'll have to pay only $30,000.
Okay, and what is the scholarship based on? I mean, based on what you are giving the scholarship? Is it a merit-based scholarship?
The scholarship is based on the overall profile. No.
Makes sense.
Yes. So how the scholarship is given, I'll tell you. There's an algorithm. So there's no person that picks who gets what scholarship. The machine picks it, and it's auto assigned to the students. So there are logics behind how the amount will issued. So for CV, there's 1 point. For 2.5 GPA, there's 2 points. For 3 GPA, there's 5 points. So that's the logic. So according to the overall profile, the amount is assigned. Okay, up to $5,000.
Okay. So it ranges starting from some $1,000 or something?
On an average, every student will get more than $1,500.
Okay. So it starts from $1,500 up to $5,000 for the scholarship.
The maximum threshold will be $5,000. And I have students who wanted to go to Parsons. I have students who wanted to go to NYU Stern, but after seeing the curriculum of the graduate program and the kind of activities that we do on the ground in terms of internships, in terms of workshops, in terms of all those engagements, they feel LIM has a lot more value, and the return on investment is much more than any other institution who's charging, let's say, $60,000 to $70,000 for what is being offered by LIM at just $30,000.
Okay. Thanks, Nazemus. I think we have covered all the aspects that are taken into consideration when a student thinks of going abroad for higher studies, and I think LIM College gives a lot of flexibility to the student. If the student is passionate about his subject, and he does not need to have a cognate background or a said particular percentage of marks or anything. Just that if he can show that yes, he is really passionate about the subject and he wants to do this, he actually has a vision, then definitely he will bag a place in LIM College, right?
Absolutely. And I look forward to, interacting to all my students in the near future, and wish them all the best in their study abroad journey.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Supriya.
Thank you so much. So, to the audience, I think you found this information to be useful. We have tried over the year 2024 to bring different destinations, different subjects, topics to you, which are useful, and it helps you take a call on your career. And we will continue to do this in 2025. This is the time of celebration, so I wish you, all of you, a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. And if you find our information useful, then do like us, share us, and follow us on our social media handles, and subscribe our YouTube channel as well. Okay. Thank you so much for today, and I look forward to meeting you again with the next session with another destination and another institution in 2025 soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.